Salutations, this is BIGJXXX, and before I get to the meat and the crux of the video, I want you to stay possibly to the end of this because I might have to do an impromptu slight dressing down, if you will. But anyway, here's the meat of the video. Before you watch this video, I want you to watch the 4-minute mark to the 13-minute mark by a person named Bar. If you are part of the manosphere, or if you are a content creator in the manosphere, and if you don't know who is Bar Barbarossa, that's like saying that if you are an American citizen and you don't know who George Washington or Abraham Lincoln is. I mean, if you are a person who profess MRA, MGTOW, especially your MGTOWs, especially your red pill. If you don't know who Barbarossa is, then therefore you are, and I got to say in all due respect, you're faking the funk. Barbarossa is a pioneer when it comes to what MGTOW or the belief in MGTOW or the philosophy in MGTOW is all about. And what it should be, what's the tenets, what's it based upon. If you are back before 2008, 2009 era, Barbarossa is from the Caribbean, mainly the Dominican, and he has some interactions with people like So and Black. So and Black gave Barbarossa some of the let me say this, some of the taglines, or some of the I want to say taglines, some of the rhetorical statements. I'll put it like that. So anyway, Barbarossa proved me right about something. In this video he did back on September the 11th, 2020, he says something that have proven my point that I've been saying for the past, I don't know, 3-4 years. That there is an element within MGTOWism that needs to be addressed. And there is a dark side to the manosphere that many people don't want to deny, really want to deny the facts. And there's this racial component where at the glimpse of it, it's men talking about issues concerning how the society is treating him. That's on the face of it. But back in 2015, 2016, in the lead up to the Trump presidency, I have seen, and many of you have seen scores of videos that profess red pill, that profess manosphere or MGTOW. and you notice that there was a slight alt-right, little sprinkles of alt-rightism in the video, and that's why though you have some people wanted to go to the ignore. That's how some of you black MGTOWs decided to go ignore. That's why some decided to follow the O'Shea to Jackson Angry Man City and BJ's route. And BJ's one of BJ's videos would back up what I'm saying too. So if I find the link to BJ's Black Diagnostics video about concerning this topic, I'll put that in the description box as well. And also there's also another issue: the selling of misery. The selling of misery among men, and making coins off of it. Misery loves company, and company is run by money, and that's a sad thing to say when if something was built, if a philosophy was created to help men to get out of a particular funk in their life, a particular issue to overcome, and there's a subliminal messaging within the philosophy that has a deep-seated hatred and a deep-seated melancholy within it. And in the video, Bar even expressed for most of the video of the dark reality within it, and that's why he said he left it. He left MGTOW. He stopped making MGTOW videos. Now, when somebody said that they left MGTOW or to stop MGTOW, some people think that means going back being a simp or going back doing the blue pill approach. The answer is no. Some people leave it because it's called progression in life. See, we have people, and one of my critics, who's going to make a reaction video, because he's going to make a reaction video in his parking lot, screaming and yelling, name calling. People like that don't seem to grasp though when you have people who are very attached to, who are too attached and too interdependent on a philosophy that they lose their own sense of humanity, that they lose empathy, the empathy of the pain of others, particularly women, or particularly men that they disagree with. They lack the skills to understand, and a lot of people in the MGTOW space, in manosphere space, are teaching men to lack empathy while at the same time trying to seek empathy from others. And I noticed that a lot of people are noticing that, and it was kind of like this. This conversation I had with CS MGTOW about a few years ago. I had a conversation with CS MGTOW. CS MGTOW, this about 2015, and I asked a question to him: why haven't MGTOW or y'all in the MGTOW space help other men. And I don't know if that was him or it was a third person who was in the comments section. He gave me a link to the answer. And this is the overall issue. It's not about the racial issue, but I'm gonna touch on the racial issue in a minute. But here is the other issue. He said the third person who was in the comment section said, "Well, Big J, it's more about a pride issue, and also a lot of men don't know how to seek help from other men, and I see that as a problem. I see that as something that's very troubling. That some people allow Hollywood or the media or the education system, academia, to I'm trying to say, what's the word? To give off this stereotype that men supposed to have all the brunt, have all of the, you know, just take it on the chin and allow it to happen. But we know, and I know, that's not how life supposed to work. Life supposed to work with some people needing the existence from others from time to time. And that's something that MGTOW or Manosphere or PUA have never really tell or present that as one of the main. It is mostly criticizing women or feminists or like what black black privilege says. You know, black privilege said in his video, and shout out to black privilege. He put out the video saying that MGTOW is the injured reserve list on a football team. And the injured reserve list are too busy focusing on their injuries and questioning the motive of the game itself rather than seeking time to heal themselves. And when black privilege, and you know what, I'll put a link in his video. I'll put a link in his video in the description box so y'all can understand what he's talking about. Shout out to black privilege. I love black privilege. I like his videos. I remember when he black privilege. I know black privilege during my interaction with Anger Man and BGS in the so-called Blackwater, the Blackwater faction of the Black Manosphere, when there was beefing with the Black Avengers of the Black Manosphere, you know, like these little stupid cliques they're having back in 2017, 2018. I was in the middle of those wars. So shout out to black privilege on that. The link is in the description box, by the way. But anyway, let me talk about the racial issue. And it's kind of like when some of the MGTOWs that orbit around Obsidian, some of them were kind of glad that Jared Taylor was on Obsidian Ali's live stream back in 2016. I'm sorry, wrong year. I believe that was 2018, if not 2017. I believe it was 2018. Before this is before Hangouts became obsolete, and I'm looking in the chat room, And I see a lot of black men ignoring the racial, um, the racial statements, the offensive statements made by Jared Taylor and its and the effects of their, well, what I say, well-being. So I mean, anyway, I know it's a trend because I see people like Novak um, making videos in his car, talking about what black people. Then though you hear some people going off talking about there is no race in MGTOW. There is no place of racism in MGTOW. There's no place of bigotry in MGTOW. But then why does in some circles, and I said some circles, SOME, how come in some circles that when it's the topic about women, and if there's no race in MGTOW, then how come when it comes to women, the topic, when it shows a white woman or an Asian woman doing something stupid, the word woman is always stated. But when it comes to a black female or a black woman doing something out of pocket, then the words black B, black H's, black this, and sometimes many of them will um, will adapt or stole Tommy Sotomayor's statements like hair-hatted hooligan, weave, you're a swirler, you're divested, not even knowing who this woman is, making these, and this is coming from white men saying it's about black women rather than using the same words. If there's no such thing as race and bigotry within MGTOW, then how come you got people using or emphasizing the race of the woman when it concerning black women acting up? That's something that needs to be addressed. That's something that needs to be explored. And no, don't sit there and tell me I'm lying, because I got another link in the description box. If I find it, I'll put it up put it in the description box. But I think that there's somebody else who used to be part of MGTOW saying the same things, and even presenting the evidence of this occurring. But anyway, back to Bar. Back to Bar. I appreciate Bar. He's one of the legends. He's one of the originators of MGTOW. Yes, I said it. He's one of the originators. You can't just sit there and deny Bar. You can't deny Barbarossa. I'm sorry, you can't. Now I know somebody gonna take what I said and try to use his words to attack Bar. That's like me. That's like you trying to attack George Washington or Thomas Jefferson or trying to attack a founding father. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to attack the founding father of a movement that you are interdependent on. And let me go back to this interdependent thing. Let me go back to this interdependent. Some people really needs to seek a psychologist, seek a therapist, because, and I got to reiterate this, and the same way like what Bar was saying, he's saying in this video, some of y'all have to leave, to drop this MGTOW and go your own way. If you are saying you are going your own way, if you're saying that you are going your own way, therefore you need to practice going your own way. Well, Big J, what are you talking about? Well, here's what I'm talking about. If you see evil within those in your circle, if you see racism within your own circle, if you see the corruption within your own circle, you as a man should at least call it out. But the problem is some of you will not call it out. Because, and you say this too, y'all more willing to call out a female and pile on a female with 50. Some of y'all would get y'all 15 fans, 15 buddies, and pile on a woman or pile on a person who you don't like. But when somebody within your circle do something out of pocket, you don't want to say anything. And the reason why many of y'all don't want to say anything because you are a slave to your own ideology that goes against what the ideology is about. Going your own way. It says men going their own way. Own way. Right? You're supposed to be going your own way. Then how come though you're sitting at a table with somebody who's making these erroneous statements and doing some dastardly deeds? If somebody's doing dastardly deeds and making erroneous statements, why are you still being silent and at the same time still standing next to this person? That tells me you are more in love with the ideology than you of yourself. You view yourself less than so much. It's either because though you don't look good, or you don't have no talent, or you don't have this, that, the third. So therefore, the ideology is the only thing that holds you as a person. A person is not an ideology. A person is a person. I mean, if you are a Republican and you got another Republican saying some erroneous stuff, you have the right to call out the other Republican for doing wrong. If there's a Democrat, that goes for the same for Democrats, or that goes for people who believes in pro-life or pro-choice, or but some of y'all are so scared to stand on your own 2 feet and do your things your way. And let me say this right now. I hope that Mr. Barbarossa, hope that he's doing well. In his 2 videos, he's having a rough time. He's refunding some of his fans back with the money that he was supposed to write a book, but because of his current issues, I let him speak on his personal issues, not me. But based on his personal issues, he could not finish the book, so he's doing a refund. So I hope that Mr. Barbarossa get well, and I enjoyed the videos he made in the past, and I like I did not know that he got some of his talking points from So in Black, from Black Manosphere 1.0. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. And this is the end of the trilogy. for March 31st, 2021. So anyway, I'm out. Peace, y'all.